Was in a bad mood. I don't know why I say that. I said, brother, I'm a liberty. I'm talking to my church people, right? So that may excuse this morning. I'm talking to my church people. So anybody from Headstone cannot say anything. I'm a disclaimer. I put in a disclaimer. I have that legal right here. I am not responsible for any damages. But a wagon from heaven was coming down. It was going to pass through. Abraham said Abraham went by the 10th door and he began to sit down. You know what he was doing? He was counting the blessings of God. All the things that God had blessed him with. All the privileges that he had. And that he knew. And here was Melchizedek coming down. Not to make up, you know. He was going to give Sarah a makeover. When God was done with Sarah, even though she lied and God couldn't hate him, God cannot hurt us because we are connected to Christ, you know. It's not that you're good looking or you're nothing, you know. It's because you are in him. He covers you by his blood. He protects you. You are sealed. His purpose is that he covers you with his blood. And Melchizedek came down to give Sarah a complete body change. A complete body change. That even Abimelech, when he saw her, she was so beautiful, it was reported that if you see the girl with Abraham, and it's his sister and all kind of thing, because she was such a new creation. Come, in every form and motion, she was a new woman again. Listen, friends, if Melchizedek came and did it then, don't you think the purpose of Melchizedek coming is to do the same for you and I? Do you think Melchizedek just came? No, when Abraham said, who is this Melchizedek? He wasn't talking about the one that came to Abraham. He wasn't talking about, he said about this Melchizedek. It is the Melchizedek that was in him talking. It was God in him. Hey. You know, he talk and titles the message, who is this Melchizedek? But he spends more time revealing who you are. In other words, your identity, his purpose for coming was to establish your identity. You are not a Trinidadian. I was telling a group, you know, I was reading an article someone sent us how people complain about the indentureship and slavery and all kind of things all over the world, right? And they want reparation or repatriation, make up for it. Listen, me, I want to make up for that. I thank God put me in a place where I know English. So I could understand the prophet language. And God put me in an environment. God's purpose was for you and I to hear this message. God knew maybe whatever part of India or Africa you may have come from, God knew we may not have had the message yet. So he pulled it out and make it easier for us. Hey. He put Brother Theo in a position where he can get the message freely and be able to be a blessing to the bride around the world. Your purpose is to fulfill the mind of God. It's to do God's will. It's according to his great counsel of his mind. You are not just existing. You are born with a purpose. You are born for a purpose. You have an eternal purpose. You know, Satan have a temporary purpose. Satan has a temporary purpose. Listen, if people are come against you, they have a temporary purpose. Don't fight up with them. Listen, God will deal with all of that in due course. Everything. Jesus tells Judas, he said, go and do what you have to do faster, man. As hard and painful as it was for him, and he knew the road ahead of him, he said, but go and do what you have quickly. Because you have a purpose to fulfill. But I also am born with a purpose. You see, the laws of redemption requires that a man must die. So God couldn't send an angel. God couldn't take another sinner and make him die. God, and you and I couldn't die for our own sins. It could not equate for your sins. That's why Brother Abraham said taking a man's life because he killed somebody is not going to compensate. So what did God do? God came himself. He came back as Redeemer. The laws of redemption step into effect. And he came back and he stepped in into a flesh body so that when he paid the price was paid in full. Understand redemption. And when you look and love will be my team and shall be till I die. Because redemption means I'm bought with a price. I am now restored to my former position. I can no longer be charged. I can no longer lose my inheritance because it has been redeemed. God, all that Adam lost in the threefold purpose of God, all that Adam lost is now being restored.